Good evening, everybody. This is Dustin Dustmarette, and we're about to bring you some CSGO Invite action between Cultivation and Sponsorless. Now, I know some of you guys are a little bit disappointed about the match we were supposed to see earlier tonight, which was supposed to be Quantic versus cuL, which is going to be like one of the biggest matches of the regular season, but this match should be good, and I do have a guest cast with me tonight that should make things really fun for you guys. Since cuL couldn't play tonight because Stan is a moron, I decided to bring Todd Anger Williams in here to cast me tonight. How you doing, Anger?
I'm doing okay.
Can you explain the situation so everybody knows why cuL couldn't play tonight?
Stan unfortunately is stuck in Sweden due to issues with his passport.
That is correct. So apparently Stan will hopefully make it to America sometime this year, and cuL will be able to play out their season. Apparently he said he's staying with Get right now in Sweden?
Hey, he's chilling at Get Right's house.
Very nice. So there you go, you see some flirting with the enemy, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, we should be getting live with this match pretty soon. We have all of Cultivation in here already. We're just waiting for one more member of Sponsorless and then everybody to ready up. And then we'll be good to go. Of course, Sponsorless comes to this match undefeated. I think they're 6-0 right now is their record. So they're looking really sharp. They're #1 in the division at this point. Of course, cuL is 3-0, and they haven't played out their matches that they missed since they were at DreamHack, of course. So that could change, but right now they're #1. And then Cultivation comes to this match kind of middle of the pack. They have a 3-3 record, so they've had some success. They haven't been quite up there at the top like some of the other teams in the division. So I guess what I would ask you, Anger, is your initial reaction to this, knowing these two teams scrimming against some stuff like that. Do you think we're in for a close match, a good match, or do you think this is going to be a blowout, or just what's your opinion of this game?
I'd say it should be pretty close. It depends on who gets early control of the map every round, in my opinion. Sponsorless has been looking pretty good, so hopefully Cultivation has a good CT side. Good defense.
Well, you were just scrimming with them a moment ago, were you not?
Yeah,
like
I rang for them, yeah.
So, based on ringing with them, what did you think about how they played this map and their chances and stuff like that, since you have some insight?
We were pugging T-side, but, I mean, if everything went as well as it did in the scrim, it should be pretty close.
Gotcha. So, what have you guys been up to since DreamHack? Obviously, that was this past week, and it's been a while away. I know Stan is still stuck there, but other than that, have y'all just been kind of taking a break, just relaxing? Or are you guys about to get ready into getting serious again, or what have you?
We're taking a little relaxer. Everybody's getting caught up from the jet lag that we had. We were there for a while. Just, I don't know, all around, just chilling, I guess. We were meaning to play these matches, but it's just unfortunate that that happened to stand there, so.
Right on, yeah. We look to y'all to play some makeup matches soon, then of course you have your big match against Sponsorless as soon as you guys are ready, so that'll definitely be huge. Of course, we also know that, I think you guys play Quantic pretty soon too, don't you?
Yeah, we play
Quantic and Sponsorless this week.
We play Sponsorless and Quantic on Dust 2.
Yeah, so those are two really huge matches. Are you happy about playing them on Dust 2, a map that you guys are pretty strong on, or what are your thoughts on your upcoming matches to, you know, do your makeup matches and then play against two of the, like, I guess two of the other strongest teams in the division?
I always like matches on Dust 2. I don't really like playing strong teams on custom maps, but it should be pretty fun. See how it goes. I get a little insight watching this right now too, so.
I know. Isn't that awesome? So, I don't know how much longer we're going to have before this match starts, so I don't want to make a huge discussion about it, but I figure we might as well fill this time with something. And since we have the advantage of having you on here, that's really cool. So, maybe you want to just walk us through your DreamHack experience a little bit? I know it's a sore topic, but maybe you could give the fans and viewers a little bit of insight they may not have gotten from watching the event.
Oh man, so we had a really great boot camp for 6 days in Sweden. Everything was going perfect in our practice scrims and whatnot. We went to the tournament really strong. During our first match against Epsilon in group stage, we won pistol round, but it reset on us, and we had to replay pistol round, and they knew exactly what we did that pistol round, and we lost. So we started out pretty angry, sluggish, We eventually came back to beat them 16-10 on the first map, and we had to play Copenhagen Wolves. Since that match took so long, they were able to sit behind us all of Inferno, and they won the coin flip, so they were able to choose out of the 2 last maps, so they obviously chose Inferno, and we got crushed. Then we had to play Epsilon again the 3rd time. They won the coin flip, and it was between Inferno and Mirage, and they chose Mirage, I think.
Now, was this a veto system before the coin flip?
It was okay. Coin flip and then veto, and whoever won the coin flip chose one of the 2 last maps that were left in the pool.
Now, I know some people had this question on Facebook and stuff like that, so I figured I'd ask it too. It's like a 2-part question. A, why didn't you veto Inferno against Copenhagen when you knew they were watching you? And then B, why didn't you veto Mirage out, a map that you told Anders, I thought, that you were really weak on?
Those are good questions. I don't know, I guess because we won Inferno, we just decided to just try to play our game. And the Mirage thing, we decided not to go out on a map that we've played so much at the event, which was Inferno. It was a choice between Inferno and Mirage, so we went with Mirage, hoping for the best.
I don't know, I'm just surprised, like when you went up against Epsilon the last time, what maps did they veto?
They vetoed Dust 2 and Train.
Okay, not surprising. And I guess you just didn't want to play Inferno again because you had already played Inferno a lot.
We've already played it against them and whatnot.
And what else was left then besides Mirage at that point? Was that it?
That was just Mirage and Inferno, yeah. That's what it always turned out to be.
Because I guess what did y'all veto then before it came down to Inferno and Mirage?
We vetoed Nuke, and what else did we veto? I don't know, I can't even remember. Eric did all the vetoing, but I know one of our main maps we vetoed was Nuke.
Just a map y'all guys didn't like.
Yeah, we were having some rough practices on it at the boot camp.
Huh, fair enough. I don't know. Well, you guys definitely knew, what you guys wanted to do. So then, right, so you lose to Epsilon in a very close match on Mirage, or at least I felt it was somewhat close. And I mean, the scoreboard didn't out showed it, but there was like a moment in time where Skadoodle had this really sick clutch, and then you guys started like just grinding out, and it seemed like maybe you might be able to close the gap and bring it to an overtime or something like that. But
yeah, unfortunately, it didn't happen.
So was Mirage a map y'all had prepped for at boot camp at all, or just?
We prepped it. In my opinion, it just near the end, stuff just started working against us, and we couldn't close out rounds, unfortunately. And we got sent home because of it. Now, in terms of how the group stage worked, if it was the old system, we would have advanced and Epsilon would have been knocked out, so...
Yeah, they did that new bracket system that Lurpus came up with, which I guess was the point of it is to avoid tiebreakers when you have a bunch of teams that have 2-1 records or whatever. Which I guess that makes sense, but you're right, it's very unforgiving because it's literally like, it's already unforgiving enough that you have to play like a double LM bracket, but then to play best of 1 map series and basically a double LM bracket is pretty rough.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna get off of that. we're gonna understandable. We wish you the best of luck next time around, of course. ESEA Land probably gonna be your next international event, I'm assuming. But pending that you guys make it, of course. But anyway, we are gonna get live in this match now. It's gonna be sponsorless starting out on this TT side, a team that's been really hot. Like I said, 6-0, #1 in the division. They're gonna be Dazed, Neil, Slip, Naf, and Mossbeck. And then for Cultivation, it's going to be the old Complexity, Warden, Storm, and fRoD, and then, of course, Disman and Applesauce, or AS. So they're going to be on the T side, so let's see if Cultivation can start off on the right foot on the T side. So just always feel free, Anger, to cut me off and interject whenever you see something really cool strategy-wise. But so far, it looks like Cultivation just kind of gathering up towards the B tunnels. 4 players there, and Disman just kind of working the mid solo. Meanwhile, we see Sponsorless all spread out, 1 long, 1 A site, 1 cat, 1 mid, and 1 B. So, any thoughts on this particular setup?
Sponsorless is set up to sniff out an early B take, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like we do have, like I said, Cultivation is kind of gathering up at mid. The bomb is on fRoD inside the tunnels along with Storm, and then all 3 players are at mid other than that. So it looks like they're just going to execute a B-split. They smoke out CT spawn, flash to the left side, and here they come running up. Mossbeck is by the door, but he's going to funnel back into the site, and they are just trouncing on him here. Warden with 2 great Glock headshots, going to go ahead and get in the sight, get that bomb down. Naf's able to take out 1, but Cultivation still certainly has the advantage here in a 4-on-3, and with that bomb planted now. So we are going to see how the CT is going to try to retake. Looks like Slip, Neil, and Daze all trying to come through CT spawn area. fRoD picks up 1 immediately. We do see 1 CT trying to come from window now. That is going to be Slip. Daze coming from the door. Daze is going to pick up 1. He's all alone now. Can he clutch 1 versus 2? This would be huge. He's already got 2 kills under his belt. He's trying to come through window now, but he gets picked off by Warden in the back of the plat. So that was a nice round there for Warden with 3 picks apiece for him. fRoD and Disman also chiming in. So a good pistol round for Cultivation, it seemed like there, Anger.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice mid to B split that they had. It looked like they were prepared for it, but they had 2 inside the B site and 1 spotting mid. And I guess they just didn't hit their shots.
Yeah, I mean, I like...
fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was good that Mossbeck retreated back into the site instead of playing like a 1v whatever situation. He partnered up with his teammate, but then they just, like you said, I got outshot, I guess. Warden got 2 quick picks, and that was it. So now we're going to see Cultivation buying up the SMGs, and they have spotted 1 at long, and they've done lots of damage, but have still yet to pick up the frag. Applesauce, though, coming in with a couple of Glock frags right there. Storm, as we see, holding off a B tunnels push. He picks up 1, Naf will respawn, picks up an SMG, and he's all alone now in a 1 versus 4. Not sure if he's going to try to get some exits or just save, but we'll just have to see in a moment. So far, Anger, any insight here on what's going on, or is we just seeing like a basic pattern?
It looked like they were setting up for an eco for long A, but 2 of them pushed B tons. If they had more people after that pop flash at long, when Cultivation was taking it, they did enough damage that they could have cleaned up with pistol kills with more people there. They do that a lot. Daze always does that on ecos.
So you think Sponsos is worried at all at this point, or I mean, I know it's really, really soon in, but Cultivation came out with a bang. They seem to be getting lots of frags.
I wouldn't really be worried. They lost pistol. Always happens like this when you lose pistol rounds. I'd be more worried if you lose 2 gun rounds in a row.
Now, do you think there's a certain side advantage here with Cultivation being on T side, or do you feel that D2 is pretty balanced?
I don't know. T side pistol rounds are always going in favor of the Ts because the Glock is so broken. I'd say this is more of a T sided map, but at DreamHack it looked more CT sided than T sided.
Yeah, I see like North American go anyway. From the matches I spectated, it seems like Ts usually get more rounds on Dust 2. I guess because rotations can be kind of long for CTs, depending on the positioning. And you can do so much with mid-control.
They did a good B push. This guy, Storm's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Mossbeck has done a lot of damage, and Neil will actually go ahead and clean him up. So they've evened it up to a 4-on-4, and Daze has pressed Cat and picked up 1-2, and they're collecting guns is the big point of this. And so, looks like the bomb is going to go ahead and get planted at the A bomb site here in a moment. Dazed with the 250, trying to pursue. Warden will cut off Mossbeck on the flank, but it is an even 3-on-3, and they do have 1 gun. Naf has it, but he's pretty low on HP, and so is Dazed. So this is looking to be tough. Warden picks up Naf there, and so the last 2 CTs are trying to boost on Cat and try to get something going. However, Applesauce has kind of spotted it out. The CTs aren't really accomplishing much of anything. They're just going to go ahead and back up and I guess save here and go into the first gun round with Cultivation up 3-0. So they're coming out pretty good. I think most people thought Sponsors was kind of the favored team coming into this match, so I think Cultivation has done well to at least open up in a good position to maybe try to pull an upset.
Yep, they just got to keep the momentum rolling.
So first gun round, what do you think we should see here? We see fRoD picking up an op, everybody else rifling for Cultivation, and Sponsorless looks like they're 5 rifle setup.
Looks like they're aiming towards long A right now. Let's see if they, no. Yeah, towards long.
I take that back. Nath actually does have an op, and it looks like he will be playing B with it.
They're actually doing the right thing right now. They're giving long completely.
Absolutely, as Cultivation actually does have 4 players out long now. Warden is going to be that solo B tunnels player on the other side of the map. And they're not actually going to, they're going to leave, I guess, maybe fRoD at long with an op and then fall everybody else back. I mean, this is something we've seen before, pit control with an op and the rest try to go catwalk. It looks like that's exactly what we're going to see here in just a moment as smokes are starting to set inside the middle area to block off We do see Cultivation go ahead and starting to control this Bat Cat and middle area, but other than that, no real picks or anything like that going off. Daze and Slip are doubled up on Catwalk. Mospec and Naf are both playing outside the B-bomb site towards mid. So it seems like the CTs have a pretty decent positioning for this. But this man is going to go ahead and get that opening pick onto Daze, and Applesauce will follow through with a pick of his own onto Slip. Neil counters with the grenade, but he won't last for long either, and now Mospec and Naf, the two B players, are going to have to try to rotate through and do something. Mospec collects one, but falls immediately after that, and Cultivation has control of the site. Naf does have an op. He's in a 1-on-3s. He tries to pursue his way up Catwalk. He spots one there on the box. He's trying to slowly work in. The bomb is being planted. There's a very low health player inside the bomb site. Nav trying to collect him with the grenade, but not going to happen. He's just going to go ahead and fall off with that op, save it to fight another day in these B tunnels. And Cultivation comes up now 4-0, collecting all 3 pistols and the first gun round. Not looking too shabby, Anger.
Well, it's not. They're completely set up for that cat take, and they just lost in the gunfights on Catwalk.
So, I mean, based on how Sponsors was set up, I mean, I thought they were set up pretty decently for that. What about you? Did you think that they had good positioning, or...?
Yeah, I feel like they had solid positioning. It's just, when they're coming up cat, they didn't get the proper trades, and Cultivation just took the site with ease.
Certainly seems this way. Now, Nap has saved an op, but everybody else has, 3-4K. So it looks like they are going to kind of force. I see some FAMASs and M4s, so Neil, Slip with FAMASs, Daze does have an M4, Naf with an op. So this is going to be kind of a force buy. They're really playing for broke right here. They're going to be forced to definitely save if they don't pick this one up, Anger. Do you like this decision? Good decision, or do you think that they should eco?
On our team, we call this a CSGO buy. I mean, if the CTs win this, they'll be in a good boat, but if they lose, they could potentially save for 2 rounds. Which
yeah, now
sucks.
Mospec is playing B by himself. Everybody else towards A, and they are rushing B. Mospec able to collect one with the FAMAS, but Storm immediately trades. So it's going to be a 4-on-4. Cultivation has full control of that B-bomb site. Going to smoke off the doors and proceed to get this bomb planted very soon. Storm actually taking a lot of damage through that smoke. He's down to 19. And of course, some of that damage does come from the entry on the Mospec, but that was actually pretty significant, I think. We are going to see Naf positioning on a window with the op. Daze and company also trying to retake here. Neil is going to be able to get one from tunnels, but fRoD immediately responds. So it's back down to a 3-on-3. Slip trying to press through tunnels here, but gets killed through the smoke by Storm. Daze now coming in the window. He's going to pick up one, but Storm continues to get frags. It's 3 for him that round. And Cultivation holds on 5-0, and Sponsorless is broke. Well, not quite, but I don't know. Had they already hit the bonus?
Yeah, I believe they're buying again. Yeah,
they could just keep FAMASing, I guess, until they win-lose.
CSGO buy.
Yeah, as fRoD does watch 2 cross mid at the beginning, so it'll be kind of a more typical setup, except Sponsors is stacked along with 3 players. And Disman and Neil will make a bit of a trade here. Disman getting the better of it, though, as he will go on to get 3 kills at long. So Mospec will have to make the rotation here from B. Naf also trying to rotate. What's up?
Yeah, they're set up for that again. They just lost in the gun battle.
Yeah, I have to say, Sponsors hasn't really lost a round due to positioning, with the exception of that one round where they, where Mospec played B alone and they did a B rush and they stacked long with 4 players. That's really the only time they've really lost a round based off positioning. You're right, it seems like they're just not getting the frags. And I don't know if that's due to the fact that they're forcing FAMASs and don't really have equal firepower to Cultivation, or if they're just missing their shots. I mean, any insight on that, dude? I just don't know. It seems like Cultivation's just landsliding this right now. And I felt Daze was actually a pretty strong player on this map.
It looks like they're just on a motivation high right now. They won that early pistol and it's carrying over to gun rounds. I'm expecting Sponsors to just get completely random and push something as a CT.
And Mospec unable to save there. Storm caught him. So, you think what now?
I feel like Sponsors is just going to get completely aggressive and try to crush them before they can execute anything. Get out of the funk.
Yeah, this is surprising. I mean, Cultivation was a roster everybody looked to in awe because we were finally seeing Warden, Storm, and fRoD playing together again in a different version of Counter-Strike for the first time. since Source and 1.6, and you know, they kind of struggled though. Like I said, they have a 3-3 record, so I mean they're not awful, but you know, they've certainly not performed maybe as well as people had wanted to. But they're coming in big this round. Is the point I was trying to make. You know, being 6-0 against the #1 team in the division is certainly not a bad position to be in, as we do see sponsors getting random and pushing long, kind of something that you talked about. It seems like we have Sponsorless on the bad end of the trade so far, though, as NAF has very low HP, and 2 members are already down for Sponsorless Cultivation, with 4 still up. And they're all kind of back towards T-Spawn. They haven't really made a decision on what they want to do. Now, Mossbeck is aggro, pressed up on Xbox at mid, and Warden and company are going to be pressing into him in just a moment. And he will actually get that kill onto Warden, but Applesauce right there to trade, and he'll get a second kill on the slip on Cat as well. Very nicely done for Cultivation. NAF, now your solo man with the 5-7 at long, just 13 HP to his name, and he will get sniffed out immediately there by Disman, and Cultivation now goes up 7-0, and this is certainly not a score I don't think any of us thought we would see coming into this match. This is crazy.
They're starting off pretty strong right now. It's surprising. Let's see if Monty can get an early pick with his op. Maybe help his team out.
Yeah, this is going to be only the second time that we've seen Sponsorless toting op. Matt had it one time at B, but other than that, they've really just had to kind of force Tomasis for the most part. So this is really the first time since the first gun round that they've had equal, you know, footing as far as guns go. Now they do have 3 stacked long.
Oh no!
Mossbeck and NAF outside B. What's up?
They're set up for this mid to B take. Let's see if they can hold it.
Yeah, they are. They both elect to play outside the site, and so they go ahead and collectively take out that mid press. Finally, some life for Sponsorless, as NAF and Mossbeck have opened up the trade for their team side. NAF coming in with the M4 spots, 2 inside the site. Just goes ahead and backs up, waiting for his team to make it there to help him retake. Looks like all 4 of Sponsorless members will retake from outside the site. No one elected to go tunnels at this point. Slip just kind of watching that mid flank. Nade damage going down onto Storm inside the window, and it's looking pretty bad for Cultivation at this point. They might not even be able to get the bomb planted. Looks like he is going to go for the plant now, and he will actually get it. fRoD does have the op here. He's watching those doors, trying to see if he can spot anybody. So far, nobody giving him anything. But here comes the smokes and flashes from Sponsorless. As it looks like they are going to go ahead and start retaking into site. fRoD picks up 1, but NAF picks up 1 as well. fRoD trying to make a miracle happen here with the op, but he's whiffed a couple of shots. NAF will finish him off. Sponsorless finally getting their first gun out of the match. Will now be 7-1. They still have a pretty long ways to go to catch back up, but I guess if anybody can do it, they probably could. Anger, what do you think about that round?
It's a pretty good setup that they had to counter the mid to B. It was looking pretty grim at first. They were both in the bomb site. If they had mid to B split earlier, they probably would have just been able to crush the B bomb site. They had 3 people stacked along A and 2 inside the B bomb site. They weren't even spotting mid until they walked out. It's a pretty good round by them.
Yeah, I really like how NAF and Mossbeck, you know, playing B mid together, have really elected to play together. You know, they're either playing B together, they're playing outside the site together, and like you said, it's perfect setup for those B splits, and they were able to stuff that one. So finally, like I said, Sponsorless showing us some life in this match. A team we expected to come in here hot, but they've certainly had a slow start, but we'll see if they can work it up. But otherwise, the other side of the story is that Cultivation is really displaying what their potential is, and they're doing a great job right now with the lead at 7-1. Both teams still fully bought out all the way around, rifles and an op per team. Looks like Cultivation does have decent cat control at this point with 3 players there. Storm at tunnels, Disman playing that long area, and Daze will get the first pick though, but fRoD right back with the op of its own. Mossbeck rotating through from elevator here, sees fRoD. Gonna do a little bit of damage, but fRoD gonna pick him up with the op. Some great opping here from fRoD. Disman in the meantime has went ahead and pressed long, and he's fighting one in pit. He will get that pick, so now it's just up to Neil and NAF. Neil on the A-ramp with the op, misses his first shot, and fRoD will catch him with the grenade, and now Cultivation is able to storm inside the A site yet again and get this bomb planted. NAF, the last player alive here for Sponsorless with just an M4 and 20 HP, gets immediately picked off by Storm, and right when Sponsorless finally showed us a little bit of something, Cultivation puts a halt to it and collects another round at 8-1 now. So this is really, really huge for Cultivation.
I have no idea why Daze jumped off the platform like that when he knew there was an opper there.
Yeah, I mean, what can Sponsorless really do at this point? Like, if you were in this position, what would you get your team to do to try to come back?
Not play so individually like they just were at the A-bomb site. Try to take control of the map together as a team and just mess up executions.
Yeah, this is an eco round for Sponsulus, and it's going to end pretty quickly here as Cultivation has gotten quite a bit of frags that long already. Slip going to be able to pick up one. That's 2 members down for Cultivation. We see Nav trying to come through and do something, but he's going to get picked up there in the end. So Cultivation now up 9-1. And this is certainly a crazy story. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a way closer match than this when we looked at it on paper, but Sponsulus is certainly struggling. And even after ecoing around, we still see them having the force of FRoD. So, actually, a lot of them buying FRoD. It's crazy.
Yeah, they broke their money by winning that round.
Yeah, definitely. So, this round looks like we do have a couple in B tunnels, Applesauce and Storm. The rest of Cultivation is kind of playing a really passive mid setup, just kind of waiting for pushes. Looks like Naf will play B solo while Mossbeck is playing more towards mid. Dazed and Neil on the A platform, and Slip playing solo long. So a little bit different setup this time from Sponsulus. They've really favored more strong long A setups, and the one round they did play Cat, they kind of got obliterated. And this looks kind of like a round that we saw not too long ago, where Cultivation was able to get the trades on Cat, and this round it's been so far an equal trade at the Catwalks. We'll see how this pans out. We see Slip here in the pit with the M4. Dizman is going to be there and be peeking them in just a moment. We can see them exchange fire. No kill going off yet. They continue to exchange fire. No real damage done. Day is not going to come over for support. At long, he is going to get that pick onto Disman. This is going to prompt Cultivation to go ahead and press Cat. They know no one's there, and they're trying to make their way through. They do a lot of damage to Daze. He's down to 14 HP. Mossbeck, in the meantime, is going to pick off the Lurker Storm in those lower tunnels. So Cultivation actually does have a huge disadvantage here. It's 2v4. It looks like Warden will still get that bomb planted. fRoD does have the big green, and he knows that there's a couple towards long. He's going to be scoped in at the pit. Going to miss that first shot, though. Looking for more here as he's got that op still fixated at long. Missing another shot on the pit player. Meanwhile, Sponsors is starting to creep up from CT spawn and the Catwalk. It's going to be a tough situation here for Cultivation. And Naf and Slip make quick work of the retake, and they will go ahead and get that bomb defused. So, nice job there from the Sponsorless. Even on the force spot from Monster to make something happen. And they need to make every round count at this point, Anger.
Yeah, that was a good retake. I felt like they were taking it really slow. It was giving the guy top platform a chance to get some picks.
So is this a point where Sponsorless can start making a comeback, or do you think like last time Cultivation is still, you know, really motivated and probably going to be able to win again?
They have such a high lead right now, it's kind of hard to say. Looks like they're going to take a fast long and see if they can hold it.
Yeah, and Sponsorless does have that 3-stack long setup that they've used a few times on CT side, so they're set up pretty well for this take on long. So far, no kills have been exchanged, but lots of damage has gone off for both sides. Daze will open things up there with the pick onto fRoD. Daze getting them second frag, and Slip coming in too. Sponsorless with a lot of frags that long. It's less Storm all alone. A player that lurks lower B. He will go ahead and take out Naf, but now he is all alone. 1 versus 4 here with the AK in hand. He's going to work his way up the Xbox onto Cat. Immediately gets spotted by Mossbeck, though, and is put down. And so Sponsorless does creep another round in, and so it's now 9-3. So finally starting to shape up a little bit here for Sponsorless, but Cultivation still has a demanding lead.
Yeah, well, let's see if this theory is true. Skadoodle has a theory that whenever a team wins one round, they win 3 rounds after. So
I don't know. Sponsors won that one round and immediately got shut down the next. So we'll have to see if the Skadoodle's theory of Counter-Strike relativity is in effect here. Looks like Cultivation favoring a lot more heavy B tunnel setup this time rather than the passive mid or long setup. 3 in the tunnels, Applesauce and Dizman towards B. Looks like Sponsorless already has a pretty heavy mid presence. Daze is in CT spawn with Neil. And then Mossbeck is playing outside the site, and so is Naf. So no one in B, 3 Sponsorless members outside the site. Daze floats back to A. Looks like Cultivation is setting up. I don't know if they're going to do a full-on B split or if it's going to be more of a tunnels presence at this point, but the bomb is definitely there. But they're getting slowed down by these smoke grenades from Sponsorless. They're taking time off the clock with each of these smokes, and the clock has certainly dwindled down at this point. We're at about the 45-second mark, so Cultivation's going to have to make a move here fairly quickly before that time runs out, as still no frags being exchanged, only Applesauce and Daze with a little bit of damage. Storm making that initial peek, does a little bit of damage onto a CT in there, but they can try to rush in, and Neil able to pick up 1 with the op. He picks up 2 with the op. Great job here. Storm now all alone in a 2 versus 4. Disman is still up, but he gets taken down by Slip, so now it's all up to Storm at this point. He's by that B-Tunnel's entrance. 20 seconds left on the clock. He has collected the bomb. He's moving his way into the site. There's 1 outside the site. Mospec is flanking from the tunnels, and so is Slip. So 2 tunnels, 1 outside the site. Storm does not have a whole lot of tunnels. Like he's actually going to go out the window and maybe try to attack this player outside B, but he gets spotted by a tunnels player and gets taken down by Slip. So that was a nice try there by Storm to make something happen out of that. But the fact of the matter is that Sponsor seems to be finally clicking on CT side and putting rounds together, Anger.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty low HP. I mean, he's doing the right decision, going for the kills with low health, with 3 up, having the bomb like that. I imagine if you got the kill outside window, you could have potentially almost won the round.
That is very true. It looks like Cultivation is going to go ahead and do another strong long setup, and this time Sponsors is giving it away. Neil and Slip will back on up to that A-bomb site while Daze plays cat solo. And as soon as we see that adjustment, it looks like they actually kind of fall off along. Now, fRoD and Applesauce are still there, but Storm and company have actually went ahead and backed on up into that middle area. And Slip and Daze are actually going to be playing that double cat setup with Mospec at mid. So, pretty interesting here so far for Cultivation. What do you think this round turns into, Anger?
Going for the early long control, putting fRoD into pit. See if you can work the pick on top A. Monty's opping it, so it's going to be an op battle going on.
It's correct. Neil is going to be on that A plat with an op. Meanwhile, the rest of Cultivation is starting to gather up towards cat, but Daze and Slip actually do have that double cat set up, so they're positioned pretty well for this. Mospec and Nap also already rotating inside middle. So, like I said,
oh, he almost hit him.
Yeah, the op battle does commence, and Neil will get the better of it there, so now Cultivation is going to try to press up cat. They had 3 players coming in. There's a smoke right up here. Daze is inside the smoke. They're running backwards through it. Daze with 1. He's looking for more, but not going to happen. Applesauce immediately trades back, and Storm picks up 1. It's middle at well. It's now up to Slip at the catwalk. He picks up 1. Mospec with 1 as well. Warden now all alone with just 12 HP. He spots 2 on cat, but can't make it happen. Neil catches him with the pistol, and then yet another round goes to Sponsors. That's now, I think, 4 rounds in a row for them. So they're really starting to pick it up here late in this first half.
Yeah, Daze pretty much just countered that. He knew exactly what they're doing and smoked them off catwalk, and they were forced to run through it on their execute, which is always a bad idea in this game. I've never execute through smoke after what I've seen happen to us when we try doing it, so...
Yeah, it's always kind of a dice roll, and this is going to be the last round of the half. Sponsorless's chance to close the gap and make it as close as they possibly can. And it's looking like it's going to happen here. That was such a fast round. Mospec with 3, Naf with 2, and that is the end of that. 9-6 is the half. Sponsorless is down, but now they're on T side, which is, I guess, most people would say is kind of the favorite side on this map. So with all that in mind, with Cultivation with the lead, with Sponsorless on T side now, how do you see the rest of this match playing out, Anger?
Let's see if Cultivation can get the CT pistol. It's going to be really huge. If they don't, it's going to end up being tied in a really, really close game. It's going to be hard to hold CT pistol against T-Glocks on this map.
I mean, how important are these pistols at this point? I mean, if Sponsorless wins, it's a tie game. If Cultivation wins, they extend the lead to 6th round. So, I guess first rounds are always important, but in this particular situation, how important do you think this round really is?
Very important.
Who's it more important for?
Cultivation. If they want to win, that is.
I guess you're right. It looks like we are going to see Cultivation. I like this setup. 2 cat, 1 CT spawn, 2 B. It's a setup that I sometimes do with my little open team. So I guess if it's good enough for open, it's good enough for Cultivation, right? No comment from Anger at all. We do that Sponsorless coming up along A with 3 players. Neil gonna be the last guy there with the bomb.
Oh, they gave him long control. No.
Yeah, they did, and Daze is picking up players with that Glock. That's 2 with that OP mouse 1 weapon there, and Sponsorless is just wrapping this up.
That is exactly what you don't want to do on CT pistol of Dust 2.
What do you want to do? Like, what happened there? Explain.
You need some form of map control, not give them like the full side of the other map.
Well, I thought with 2 cat, it's just kind of retaking A. I don't know, but it didn't work out for them. They got eradicated.
Yeah.
And that's probably why it's an open stream. You leave me and my open CSGO abilities alone. That's why I cast. There's no way I'd be a pro player. I'm sure chat is rolling on that one. We do appreciate all of you out there, by the way. We have almost 900 viewers right now, so we definitely appreciate all of you guys out there. Go ahead and follow up on Twitch if you're not already. That way you can catch even more action throughout the week and throughout this whole season, really, all summer long. As we are cranking out matches Sunday through Thursday, almost every day. So definitely tune in. We are seeing Mospec here trying to attack that catwalk with the AK. Got Neil with the SMG there to back him up. Neil is actually going to take the lead there. He's going to pick up 2, Days with 1 as well. And now it's all up to Warden with just the P2000. And he'll go down to Days. And so Sponsorless is about to tie this game up at 9-all. And we're starting to get a really close game that's really back and forth.
That's exactly what cultivation did not need to happen. It's gonna end up being tied here. Let's see if they go for the 3rd round bye. It doesn't look like it. Decided to save.
Todd, do you lift?
Do I lift?
People are asking in chat if we lift. Figured I get a little chat interaction. I lift my mouse. Does that count? I don't know. Either way, we're seeing Sponsors do a triple nade stack on the back of the B bomb site. Take Storm out. We're going to go ahead and execute here on the B site. Cultivation, of course, still with just pistols. As they're going to pick up a few more frags, making their way into B. Bomb should be planted here pretty soon, but Nap is just going for frags. He actually gets caught there by fRoD. But Mospec there to make the immediate trade. fRoD alone with the P2000, 1 versus 4. Trying to get an exit, but Mospec will take him down, and now it's 9 apiece here in this match. And at this point, what are you feeling? I mean, this gun round's pretty important momentum-wise, but who do you think's got this, if you had to guess?
Let's see if fRoD can get his op rolling and get early picks CT side. They're definitely going to need it. Looks like they're going for long A control.
Yes, looks like we are going to see 3 heading towards long initially, and Applesauce will fall off. Warden and Storm playing the B-bomb site together. Neil just has not left T-spawn yet, just kind of holding the door with the op, while the rest of his team is starting to kind of work that Xbox and cat area. Nav holding the B tunnels, slip the solo player along.
Monty's doing Funshine's job in Counter-Strike Source. Just sitting in T-spawn a whole minute.
Just anchoring it, man. Anchoring that spawn.
Just posted like a scarecrow.
Yep. Super patient over there. Still hasn't budged yet. Finally will fall off mid after about 45 seconds of watching the door. Nope, never mind. He's coming back. But anyway, we are going to see the sponsors start setting up for some type of cat execution. They're going to go ahead and smoke it off. I'm not sure if they're going to drop in the CT spawn with that or not, or they're just going to execute cat. Looks like Mospec did actually drop in the CT spawn, and he will go ahead and come through with Daze. And they start to get some picks outside B, and now all of a sudden we are going to see a B execution, as we do see Mospec work a window, but Storm is able to take him down. Great play from Storm. Unfortunately, he's not able to do much more after that. Neil takes him down with the op from the tunnel, so it's a 3-on-3. fRoD watching across with the op, going to miss his shot, but he's got some information. Smoke goes up. Sponsorless looking like they're going to go ahead and get this planted now from Neil. Still a good chance Cultivation could retake this. This is still anybody's round. Very, very close here. Daze at very low HP. So that's another big thing about it here, as we do see fRoD coming up, gets spotted by Neil immediately, though. Neil now come off the op, gets naded, trying to catch a CT, misses the shot. Neil, all of a sudden, in a really bad position. It's going to be up to Nav to try to win this. 1 versus 2. There's one towards tunnels. He gets that pick, looking for another, but no, this man comes through window, gets him, and he'll get on the defuse in time. And the first gun round goes to Cultivation. And that was definitely a really crazy round, Anchor. Maybe you can talk us through it.
It's pretty crazy. They should have helped Storm in the back of B faster. It looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication, as that guy was able to drop spawn without his teammates reacting. I believe that was Mospec that dropped CT. I don't know, it's always a really bad situation when your B player is just getting pinched and he has no support.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot, where they'll smoke that cat crossing and use it to either jump in the CT spawner or just cross the quad without necessarily having to worry about like a long opper or something like that. And that round, it really worked out for Sponsorless. And they had a really good take, but unfortunately their hold just didn't work out so well. Good retake by Cultivation in the end. And so they do take that first gun round. They actually take the lead back in this game at 10-9, a game that Sponsorless has yet to have a lead in yet, as they had a really rough first half, especially early on. I think there was a 7-0 at one point. So they've come a long way, though. They've put it to just a round difference. So we just have to see how the rest of this plays out here. So it looks like both teams are fully bought out. Monty with the op here for Sponsors, everybody else with AKs. fRoD still holding the op for Cultivation, everybody else with M4s. It's like we see kind of a similar setup here with 3 players from Sponsorless already on the cat. Naf at B tunnels. Slip is now rotating around to mid as well. fRoD with the op just kind of patrolling both cat and long while Disman plays a solo long. Applesauce actually rotate over towards mid and gets caught by Mossbeck, and it looks like it's going to be another B split here. Warden gets caught outside the site. fRoD able to pick up 1 from crossing. And so now it's an even 3-on-3 yet again. Storm makes the play for just a moment, but gets caught again by Neil. Now a 2-on-2. Smoke going down. Neil going to go ahead and plant that bomb inside the site for tunnels. Slip going to be playing the back of Plat. So who wins this here? This is a huge round. This man is trying to extend the lead for his team with this retake. He's going to pop a flash into B, pops a second flash into B. fRoD trying to spot something out with his op inside the window. He's going to grab one on the Slip. It's now up to Neo. He has an op himself by a window. He misses his first shot, pulls off the clock, but fRoD with the headshot from above, and he'll get the defuse too. And that's the old fRoD we all love to see play the game. Great job there for Cultivation. That's twice that they've lost control of the site on a B split and then a retip.
They have a really bad post-plant positioning. In my opinion, the opera should have been platform and Slip should have been the guy in the bomb site. It kind of looked like they were afraid to move.
I found that weird too. Neil has been playing up close with an op on window both times that they've lost on a retake. And I didn't know why that was too, and I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't want to say it and look like an idiot, but Anger says it. It must be true that was a bad idea. So thank you, Anger.
You're welcome.
I mean, I'm a little bit of a bus chucker, but, you know. Either way, looks like, of course, Cultivation is still bought up. Warden did have to buy a FAMAS because, unfortunately, they're winning, but they're losing lots of guns in the process, so they're starting to get kind of short on cash themselves. Sponsorless on the money bonus, and they're still able to go ahead and buy at this point. Half is now 3-2 overall score, 11-9. Cultivation starting to get that lead back, like we said, with some really good B retakes. We're going to see how this round plays out here. Looks like Sponsorless is looking towards the catwalk yet again. Has 3 players there. No one really there to defend. This man does fall at long, and fRoD gets caught there by Mossbeck. This is a huge turn of events here for Sponsorless. Looks like they should have full control of A with really no problem here. And this is going to be certainly a way harder retake for Cultivation. They're not even going to try. They're all gathering up in B. This is going to be Sponsorless closing the gap yet again at 11-10. We'll see if Cultivation can save. Or Sponsorless will give chase. Not really sure. They're really short on cash. Probably not a smart idea to give chase, really. Anger.
Yeah, they, in my opinion, they shouldn't push, but they are. They are really low on money. Well, Mossbeck, if he did die, he could buy next round. I guess that's why he is. He's lower B pushing up right now.
Naf actually pushing as well. Oh, he spots Applesauce on that boost spot on a window. I'm not sure what. I guess Applesauce maybe didn't see him, or I'm not really sure. But Naf basically got a free kill off of that.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad safe spot in window like that. I don't think I would ever do that.
I really haven't played that spot very often, but I'm just guessing that. I mean, Naf spotted the top of his head, but I guess that Applesauce couldn't see him at all.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you crouch there, you could still see the tip of his head, so.
Yeah.
It's not a good safe spot.
Bad spot is bad. That's the conclusion there from Applesauce himself. So we are watching Daze execute on Cat. This is a bit of a save round for Cultivation, though they do have a FAMAS, but it does fall down immediately there from the trade that Mossbeck made on the catwalk. Sponsorless now in a 4-on-3 situation. So they are going to go ahead and just start executing on A. Applesauce at long, still with the P2000. He's going to come up against Slip here in just a moment. He will not get that frag. Slip will get him. Mossbeck picks up the last 2. And so Sponsorless ties the game up at 11 all. Can they take the lead for the first time this match? Or will Cultivation fight back here? As they could buy this round if they wanted to, though they would be tight on money. What are you thinking, Anger?
Are they buying? What's going on? Oh, now they are. Let's see if they can get some early map control. Maybe trade better. Yep. They're not going long A. They're set up for like a default, it looks like. Not taking anything fast.
Yeah, Neil parked with the op at mid. The rest of Sponsorless is going to be working lower B tunnels and mid as well. Slip to sell a long player. For Cultivation, they did actually wind up buying, but fRoD will not have an op this round. He'll be with an M4, and Disman actually had to pick up a FAMAS this time around. So Cultivation is not quite on an equal footing. What's up?
Warden just got a nice dink off in middle on Dazed.
Yeah, Dazed is down to 14 HP. And so this is a tough situation here. Cultivation is doubled up at long. Applesauce holding Cap kind of by himself from the A ramp. 2 players for Cultivation inside B. They have given up middle for the most part. As Slip is kind of peeking away at fRoD, does lots of damage, tries to come through. We'll get the pick onto Disman, and of course, like we said, he did a lot of damage to fRoD, who's stuck in pit with just 19 HP. So Sponsors is going to go ahead. Oh, what a headshot there from Slip. They will take long control. They're trying to cross Cat, but Applesauce will catch one of them. The bomb is actually down. Mossbeck will pick it back up here. He's working his way into the A plat. He's actually backtracking back towards Cat because he spots Applesauce in that elevator area and gets the pick and will make his way in. Now, Cultivation only has 2. Sponsorless with 4, but Slip and Daze have very little HP, so this is still somewhat manageable for Cultivation. As Storm is making his way up Cat, Warden, CT spawn. I'm not sure if they're going to go for this. They may elect to save. Looks like Warden will go ahead and go B. Storm spotting out one at Subway. Will take him down and run away and save as well. So Sponsorless will finally take the lead in this match with a score of 12-11. But it has been very back and forth, and it's still very unpredictable on who is going to walk away with this win tonight.
Yeah, the CT's had bad positioning at long A that round. They were peeking when they didn't have to.
And chat is full of nothing but dog faces and talk about the NBA Finals. What is with you guys? This is Counter-Strike, son.
Oh, man.
Apparently the Heat won. Okay. Well, if the game's over, now you can pay full attention to this match, guys. It's crazy. It's 12-11. It's Sponsorless versus Old Complexity. What more could you ask for at this point? Seriously. Let's go. Freaking counter forces. What's
Early
up?
pick on the applesauce. Even though it is an eco.
First round, he doesn't stay in T-spawn for 35 seconds at the beginning. He gets a pick. Imagine that. As Sponsorless has full control of A at this point. Storm the last man standing with an M4, 1 versus 5. I don't see this one happening. I think he's just trying to save, but I don't even know if he'll be able to. Sponsorless will certainly give chase. So I do get that bomb planted at A. Slip coming through T-spawn to back B. Neil and Naf, and really everybody is going to be pressing through CT spawn. Storm will catch Slip outside the site. They're going to go ahead and pinch him. 2 are going to come B tunnels from behind, and Neil's going to wrap around to T-spawn. So Storm, unless he makes a ridiculous play, will probably not take this M4. But he is going to pick up another frag. And yeah, he finally does go down to Naf. So Sponsorless extends the lead now 13-11. And Cultivation pretty low on cash at this point. Or never mind, it reset. God, I need to not look at the scoreboard until after the freaking thing resets. I get juked every time.
Yeah.
So do you think Sponsorless goes ahead and wins this now, or does Cultivation still have a decent chance?
In my opinion, it all depends on this round, because if they lose, they're going to be really low on money. Cultivation really needs this gun round.
Indeed. As fRoD does have the big green back, and he's made some great plays with the ops so far this half, so we'll see if he can keep it up. Looks like Sponsorless doing a very quick push into mid, and it's not going to get spotted at all, because there's 2 cat and 1 A platform. They have no idea that Sponsorless is mid at this point, as Storm is playing a solo B setup, and so this is going to be a huge position win for Sponsorless here as they make their way into B, take down Storm immediately. Storm didn't have a chance to do anything before getting put down. Mossbeck watching CT spawn here, and mid going to get taken down by Warden, though. What a shot there from Mr. Dickens here, as it looks like we are going to see Cultivation go ahead and trying to retake. Their B retakes have been 100% successful so far, so we'll see if they can keep it up as Applesauce slips in and takes one down up on the window. There's 2 tears inside the tunnels, but Applesauce continuing to make plays here. Looks like see if we can get the last one. No, fRoD will get him with the op, and Cultivation will get that bomb defused here in just a second, and that is now 3 for 3 on B retakes for Cultivation. They're doing, like I said, a really great job on retaking that B side even when they lose it.
Yeah, Yeah, it still looks like Sponsors is playing individually on when they post plant.
Someone told me that the Heat just won the championship, but I don't care. I care about Counter-Strike. This is esports. Can I get a big esports exclamation point in chat? Yeah. Who cares about NBA? Those guys ain't got no talent. Look at these guys playing Counter-Strike for money, doing work. Isn't that right, Todd?
Yeah.
That's right. CS greater than all. EMS.
Oh man. They're giving them too much map control.
Yeah, this is crazy around here. Cultivation's been able to kind of retake long back. It's an even 3-on-3, and it looks like Neil is bringing the bomb to B for the plant. Now, like I said, Cultivation has had a lot of success on B retakes, and so this is going to be a tough one here. It looks like they are going to go ahead and work B. Nap is actually outside the B side, but it's caught by Storm, who presses through. And this is a huge round for Cultivation. They could tie this game back up right here. Storm continue to make plays. There's two in the tunnels. Storm with the rifle inside the site by himself for now. He spots Daze cross in, though, and is able to get the pick. Last terrace up is Neil with the op by the big box, but he's going to get taken down by Disman. And Cultivation ties is back up at 13 all. This is a very, very close game here. It's getting pretty heated, and I don't know who's going to walk away with it, Anger.
Neither do I. It's a pretty good match. Got a match on our hands. Making it close. This is good.
Did you think it was going to be this close, like coming into it before it started?
Kind of, but it all depended on the pistol rounds. But obviously I'm wrong. Because Cultivation lost the pistol round and it's tied now.
Caster's curse, man. As I thought it would be pretty close. I didn't think it'd be this close, and I really thought Sponsors was going to not have so much trouble in the first half, but they certainly did. And you know, they've been able to close the gap, but now it's just, who knows at this point. 13 apiece. It is going to be full buyouts here for both teams so far. fRoD has the op, but it looks like a 5 rifle setup for Sponsorless, so they don't have the op that they used to in Neil. So we are ticking down to just below a minute in just a moment here in this round. This is a huge round for both teams to try to take the lead back, as we do see Sponsorless gathering up for what looks like possibly another B split. I see Daze and Slip gathering up at doors, Neil and Naf inside the tunnels, Storm playing outside the site here with the rifle. He's going to receive a flash and gets taken down. Sponsors once again. Looks like they have control of B, but there's one player still left over by the box. It's going to be Warden. He'll pick up one. Slip does fight back, and Mospec catches the rotation of fRoD. Disman with one versus 3. I think he's just going to save this big green for fRoD probably. So he will back it up into pit. Sponsorless takes the lead back at 14-13. Looks like they finally will win a round where they take B.
Yeah,
So what was different about that mid to B split than the ones in the past?
Mospec was able to kill somebody when he shouldn't have. He killed him completely blind in CT spawn with a headshot. He was dinked down to, I believe, 10 HP. So he had a really lucky trade. It's unfortunate they weren't able to do any damage to him, and he killed 2 people as he was dropped down there.
Yeah, man, Cultivation was 3 for 3 on B retakes post-plant against Sponsorless, and that's a lot of the reason why they've been able to keep the scoreboard so close. But that round, like you said, Mospec got a kill, and that really just cut off the rotation from Cultivation to even attempt a retake. I mean, he took fRoD down immediately after that mid-B split, and so they didn't even have a chance to try to retake there. Now, of course, Cultivation is still bought up, and so is Sponsorless, so we still have an equal gunfight here, and it's still really anybody's game. Sponsorless trying to press it to a game point situation. Cultivation trying to hold on and tie it back up. They've played really well tonight, certainly showing their full potential here against the #1 team in the division. So definitely a great match we have here before us. Looks like Sponsorless is smoking up mid and trying to work cat a little bit here. We got Mospec and Neil playing that catwalk, Daze and Nap, and Tunnels and Slip. Once again, that solo long player. Cultivation with 2 inside the site, 1 mid, 2 A. fRoD floating with the op while Disman plays a solo long.
Looks like they're set up to execute the same strat.
It seems like it, with the exception they have a little bit more of a strong cat presence and no real B Tunnels presence at this point.
They finally have a guy mid close doors now.
Yeah, I'm not sure
defend
what's
the
going to
mid
happen here. I think we might just see an A split. There's 2 long, 3 cat, and it looks like that is exactly what's going to happen. Disman, though, is going to get that initial pick onto slip at long, but Sponsolus does have cat, and they are crossing. fRoD does have an op here at the A long area, and the nade. Let's see what he can do here. Looks like Sponsolus so far getting all the trades. fRoD and Warden left alone here, 2 versus 3, but Daze only has 1 HP. fRoD trying to watch long with the op here. Meanwhile, he's going to have to turn around because Daze is going to make his way onto A plat, but like I said, he only has 1 HP. He's going to get that bomb planted, and neil will flank fRoD, leaving Warden all alone. 1 versus 3 as he's coming up. Catwalk gets a nice headshot there onto Naf. He knows Daze is inside A ramp very, very low, and neil is towards long with the rifle. Warden going to get the headshot there on the Daze. Can he get this last shot onto neil? It'll be huge, but no, neil will save it for Sponsorless. He'll push it to game point, and it looks like we may be coming towards the end of this match, but of course Cultivation still might have a chance to force an overtime, but they have really low money. It's not very likely. We might have finally seen Sponsorless do it, Anger.
Yeah, that was a close 1v1. Unfortunately, he jumped on the ledge. It's something you never want to do. He's probably in the moment and just thought, screw it, I'm gonna jump on the ledge to try to get the kill.
Yeah, it looks like Sponsolus is just taking it very, very quick long this time. Mospec and neil have gotten the better of the trades there. They're up 4 on 3. Slip coming up cat, the last players long. Warden is actually going to be flanking cat. Storm at mid, and Applesauce is still on the A ramp behind the smoke. So decent positioning, but Applesauce gets caught there by neil. Warden with the mag 7, able to pick up one up close though. Looking for more, not going to get it, but Storm does get one. He's in a 1 versus 2. Can he clutch this? He needs to push this to overtime. Now neil and Mospec both have really low health, and he has a full 100, so this could actually work for him as he's trying to work his way up. Cat sees one by the site, gonna molly the site. Very smart idea, and I think he will get a kill off of this. No. He does get it. Sorry, I was blinded, so I couldn't really see it as he's actually trying to make his way, and he has low HP too. It's Mospec versus Storm. Can Storm extend this match? Mospec playing it pretty smart. Gonna jump, peek Storm, not getting off the bomb, though. He could get this defuse. Oh, no! Mospec catches him right at the last moment. It was so close there. Storm almost had it defused, and we almost had another round to watch. But in the end, it will be Sponsolus who takes the match 16-14. What a game, Anger.
It's such a close game. He almost had that defuse, too.
Yeah, that was really crazy. I thought we might actually see Sponsorless be on the verge of maybe losing their first match of the season. They will go to 7-0 at this point and will remain at the top team of the division. Cultivation will go to a 3-4 record, still kind of middle of the pack, but I think they really put on a good show tonight. They really showed all the viewers and myself and everybody in the community that they can fight hard against really good teams. So it's a team that you can't really count out of the mix yet, I guess. So definitely a great match tonight, very close, very heated, and just an awesome one to watch. We appreciate all of you who came in to watch. We peaked at a little over 1,000 viewers, so we certainly appreciate you guys supporting esports, ESEA, and CSGO, and all that jazz. So like I said, if you like what you watched, definitely go ahead and follow up here on Twitch TV. Check us out on ESEA.net as well as ESEA News for all of your esports coverage and to play and pug and have fun and all that good stuff. I also want to give a big thanks to Anger, who came in and co-cast for me tonight. You can follow him on Twitter at CRSAnger. That's Curse Anger. So CRS Anger, just follow that on Twitter. That'd be awesome. And also, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Just Dust Moret, just search that on Facebook and Twitter. And Anger's telling me that you can follow CRS Anger on Facebook and Twitter. So just search CRS Anger on Facebook, follow up our guest caster tonight for Curse. And then, like I said, you can check me out on Facebook and Twitter as well. Just search Dust Moret. Other than that, guys, we just appreciate you guys coming out to watch. We're going to close out the stream now. It's getting pretty late. But you guys should expect to see some more casting probably on Sunday and then throughout next week. Lots more casting coming down the pipe, so stay tuned, guys. We appreciate it. This is Dust and Dust Moret and Todd Anger Williams signing out for the night. You guys have a good one.